Hi everyone, and welcome to today's General Hospital recap. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. Exciting day on General Hospital. I don't know, lots of exciting news, so let's get right to it. At Sunny's house, Sunny kind of feels bad that the first thing Michael asks him to do, he has to say no to. And Carly tells Sunny that she thinks Michael actually agrees with him about not letting Denise see the baby, but he was really just asking as a favor for Kiki. Like, he really honestly doesn't care either way. And I have to say, she's pretty on point with that. And Carly and Sunny are out on the porch dancing and having champagne and celebrating being back together, and all of a sudden there's a bang and one of the bodyguards comes in holding one of the other guys who we now... So Max comes in holding Vito. I know these people's names. Why do I say that? And Vito's been shot, and they're like, we've been hit. So Max tells Sunny that somebody shot Vito and hijacked the whole shipment and at the warehouse. Meanwhile, Carly's like, we need to call an ambulance, and then Sunny's like, no, because then the cops will be here. So she's trying to do first aid the best she can. It turns out Vito just got grazed by the bullet, so she was able to like really patch him up quite nicely. And then Sunny puts a call into Rick because Rick is going to be his consigliere. Is that? I don't know what that means. And it didn't come up in autocorrect, so he wants him to find out who hijacked the shipment and shot at his people. At the Quartermain house, Michael is starting to feel bad that he has to tell Kiki the bad news about Sunny and Denise. And then after he makes that phone call, which you'll hear a little bit more about later, after he's done giving Kiki the bad news, he tells Sabrina that his parents are engaged. And Michael admits that part of him did want to say yes to going to the wedding, but he left it with them that he'll think about it, which in his mind means his mom thinks he's going and his dad thinks he's not. And after he tells Sabrina that overall, like, he's okay with it in theory, Sabrina offers a toast that 5th time's the charm, and I'm like, oh my god, I just said that yesterday. Me and Sabrina, same wavelength, and my hair looks really good today, and I owe it to Sabrina because her hair looked good today too. So just an overall good day in the Carly household. It was, so I said it was really weird. Okay, so this is also really weird because I was just thinking about the clinic literally 2 seconds ago when I was watching the show. And then Michael said the clinic Michael wanted to do in honor of AJ, and then Sabrina says to Michael that she's been working on something secretly, and it's the clinic, and I'm like, okay, that's really weird because I was just thinking about it 2 seconds before you said it. So then Sabrina tells Michael that the hospital agreed to fund the clinic with or without the backing of ELQ, so the clinic is a go and is going to be a reality. And the board wants Michael to run it, and Michael's like, well, this is going to be just as much mine as it is yours, and it's going to be really cute. And now they're spending the afternoon together because they're adorable. At Denise's house, Morgan and Denise are right in the middle of stuff, and Kiki is just about to open the door, and then Michael calls her, and I'm like, darn it, Michael, your timing couldn't have been worse. So then Michael apologizes and says Sunny won't budge, and Kiki's like, I understand, I thought it would be different coming from you, but I understand you did all you could. So then Kiki knocks on the door and nobody opens because Morgan and Denise have now moved into the bedroom. And then Franco arrives and he and Kiki talk. So Franco tells Kiki to let him break the news to Denise about Avery. And she's like, oh, I have to meet Morgan for drinks anyway, so that'll be fine. And then Morgan and Denise have officially slept together. So they're in full-on cheating territory now. So if we were in a gray area before, we are no longer in a gray area. And there's nothing questionable about the cheating. And Kiki leaves. As soon as Kiki's barely out of earshot, Franco starts banging on the door saying, Ava, open up, Ava, open up. And I'm like, way to be subtle. Like, seriously, she could just, like, walk right back in the earshot. You don't know. And Denise answers the door in her full accent. And Franco's like, you can cut out the my cousin Vinny act with me because I know it's, it's just the two of us. And she's like, haha, no, it's not. And he asks her who else is there, and she can't admit it because Franco's friends with Kiki and holds more of a loyalty to Kiki than he does to Denise. So I can't see her telling the truth. And, he really has no loyalty to Ava at all. And Ava's only hold on him is that she'll help him get Nina back. But I don't even know how she's going to do that. She hasn't laid out a plan. But anyway, she lies and says Julie and Alexis are there. And Franco tells Ava that Kiki told him that Sunny denied his request to see Avery. And he tells her he wasn't able to get the recording. And she tells him to try again. And he's like, I don't know if it'll be that easy. And she says the only reason she's going along with this whole thing is, you know, because he agreed to get the recording, and he's like, alright, whatever, I'll try again, whatever. So then, after Franco leaves, Denise tells Morgan that Franco came over to tell her that Kiki told him, oh my goodness, that Sonny denied the request to see Avery, and that, you know, Kiki put her neck out for me, and how do I repay her by sleeping with her boyfriend? And I'm like, yeah, now you're getting it, huh, Ava? Like, this is bad enough that Morgan thinks he's cheating with Kiki's aunt. If he's, like, cheating with her mother, not again, I mean, they weren't cheating before, they were in a relationship before, but still, ew, just, ugh. So, speaking of, Alexis and Julian, so Alexis and Julian are trying to plan a romantic afternoon. They get a hotel room, and commence being romantic. So when they're done with activities, they turn on the TV, and the news happens to be on the reports of shots fired at the waterfront that belongs to Sonny Corinthos, and that this could possibly mean the Jerome family is back in business, and Alexis is, like, not happy. So Julian assures her that he's out of the business, and it had nothing to do with him, and she's not so sure, because she doesn't know who called him, because right as they were, you know, getting into the atmosphere, I don't know how to euphemize. Euphemism? I can't think of a euphemism. I can't even talk today. I'm gonna stop saying words over 3 syllables right now. So, someone had called him, he didn't pick up, and she doesn't know who it is that called him, so she thinks he could possibly be involved, but she says she believes him. I'm not so sure. And then Alexis and Julian kiss goodbye out in the hallway, and Franco's there and sees them together and wonder why Ava lied to him about them being at her place. Well, his place, whatever. Nina, Rick, and Madeline. So Rick is trying to get Madeline out of there before Nina sees her, and as Rick opens the door, Nina is right there. So Nina starts to think Franco was right about Rick being Madeline's lawyer. So Rick tells Nina that Madeline refused to leave until she saw Nina, even though he was trying to kick her out. And of course he isn't Madeline's lawyer. What's she talking about? He's only on her side. So then Madeline says that she came over because she heard Nina was married, and she can't stand the thought of someone else after Nina's money. So Nina winds up apologizing to Rick, thinking that he had anything to do with her, and I'm like, oh, Nina. And Madeline says that as soon as she found out Rick was Nina's financial custodian, she just had to get involved. And Nina's like, wait, how do you know that? And I'm like, oh, Madeline slipped up, because Rick does not look happy either. So Nina's really asking the hard questions now, and Madeline says that Rick told her about him trying to get her inheritance back, and Nina questions him, and is like, I thought that was just supposed to be between us. And then Rick's saying, yo, just as Nina's really starting to, like, ask the serious questions and demand some answers, he plays the recording of the baby crying. So then Madeline leaves. Nina apologizes to Rick again for jumping to conclusions, and asks her if he asks her if she can still hear the baby. At this point, he had turned the recording off. She says no, and then she tells him she trusts him completely. And as soon as she goes into their bedroom, Rick runs out into the hallway and sees Madeline, and Madeline's angry that he played the recording in front of her, and he's like, why didn't now I lost my spot. Much of a choice. And she's like, oh, so she hates seeing Nina in that much pain, and he's like, it'll be over soon, and they kiss in the hallway, and I'm like, ugh, okay, now Franco needs to walk up and witness that, but of course he doesn't, because again, life isn't fair. Thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. It would mean so much. And we have the sleeping kittens in the back. You can't see Misha, but she's sleeping up there too. And I will see you tomorrow, right? Because today is Thursday. Is it Friday? I don't know. No, is it Friday today? What's today's day? I have to go check. Well, you know, it is Friday, so I hope you have a great weekend. I will see you Monday for more General Hospital, and I already said I hope you have a great weekend. Oh, also, don't forget, I'm running an Indiegogo campaign to save our animal sanctuary, so the link is right in the description if you can check it out, and if you could please donate, it would mean so much. $1, anything really helps, but if you can't, if you could please share it, it would mean a lot to us. William DeVry, aka Julian, is a supporter and contributor of our cause, which means so much. I have to find a new way to say that. But in any event, thank you so much, and I will see you Monday for more General Hospital. Bye!